So today we have a tiny knife unboxing. I'm gonna call this tiny knife, not even small, because I got a feeling it's, well, gonna be really tiny. This is the Boker Plus Keycom. They call it the CLB Keycom. 1.5 inch blade. Here is the information for anyone who is interested. I bought this when I was buying a bunch of other knives off a knife center because it was just dirt cheap. It was $17.95. So we're gonna take a look at this and compare it to what's currently being used in my fifth pocket carry. So I feel like this could be a good fifth pocket carry, or possibly a what do you call? Oh, I guess a keychain knife or something. Let me just grab a knife to open this with. All right, so Civivi Odium. If you're interested, I have a unboxing of this, comparing it to the, not Civivi, what is it called? This is the Civivi Odium, the Firm Forge Mini Archbishop. I'll link that up here if you're interested. Let's just slice this real quick. And take a peek at this little guy. Alright, we got some nice little cards and other things. And there he is. And all its little beauty. It already comes pre-installed with the key ring on it. Let's put this back in there. So there he is. This guy is, he is small. Really, really small, as you can see. This guy is small. So, like I said, it comes pre-installed already. It's called the Keycom, so it's meant to just be had on your keychain. Although it does have a pocket clip. Obviously, if you're going to carry this on your keychain or in your fifth pocket as a fifth pocket carry, there would be no point in having this stainless steel pocket clip. It honestly, the thing weighs not that heavy, but you know, it's got stainless steel. You remove the pocket clip, now you're going to save a lot more weight. Let's see. Out of the box, centering looks good. Looks like we have G10 on this side, which is extremely slick. You have a little bit of texturing going on here, but other than that, the innards, super, super slick over there. It's got a thumb stud. Let's see if we're gonna, and is it a frame lock? Yeah, this little guy's a frame lock, so it might be pretty tough for what he is. Let's see if we could actually deploy it with one finger without, let's see. Hold on, am I holding a frame lock? Maybe I am. Come on. This is, okay, you know what? I'm definitely not touching the frame lock opening it like this. Wow. This is a tough little guy. Yeah, so this is not going to be a one-handed opening, at least the one that I received. This is very, very tough. Take a look at that blade. Aus 8, that's the steel. Not sure about the whole designer or anything, but if you guys know, there it is. Not bad. Lockup looks good. Yeah, this guy is tough. Oof, that is not smooth whatsoever. Might smoothen up, but other than that, this guy is small. Let's get a little weight on him. Let's see in hand first. You know, it's about a 2-finger knife, and if you attach a lanyard or your keychain to it, then you'll have a little more security to it. But again, like, take a look at this guy. 1.5 inches. You're not looking to do much with this. Hence why it's meant to be a backup, a keychain, of this, of that. It's not meant to be, by any means, any sort of initial carry at all. Oh, there we go. So we could open it with one hand. Maybe it's smoothing out just a hair, but this guy is definitely not the easiest knife to manipulate. Come on. You have a better chance at cutting yourself probably than opening and closing this one-handed more than 20 times, I would say. Let's get a weight on him. With, mind you, this is with the pocket clip and the keyring on it. 1.09. 1.09. So he will be under an ounce if you take off the pocket clip and the key ring. That's my guesstimate. Now let's take a look at what I currently have in my jeans as a 5th pocket carry. Let me grab that. All right, let's see if we could actually do this on here. All right, I think we can. So main carry has been the Penguin. Been loving this guy. Recently cleaned him and he's just buttery smooth. If you want to see the full unboxing first impressions, I'll link it up here. And then I recently got this in titanium, which again, it's a titanium frame lock, blue frag. It's freaking awesome. I'll link that up here too right afterwards if you want to check that out. But this has been the main carry recently. And then secondary carry, well, after my cloth, because gotta clean my glasses, this little guy. I don't know if anyone's too familiar with it. Byrd, the budget line of Spyderco, I guess you can say. Well, that is what it is, I guess. This is the Byrd, what is the name of this one? I think it's the, no, not the Robin. It's a little bit bigger. The Finch 2 from Recollection. So let me just look at my notes. If I'm looking at the right product, this is the Byrd Finch 2 with black G10, lock back, mid-lock, whatever you want to call. $30 compared to $18. Not too different in size. This obviously will slide in there the same way that this guy will. So let's take these away and compare these two real quick. So this guy is so much easier to open, as you can tell. One-handed, it's just a piece of cake compared to this guy. It's not easy by any means. You're working with a tiny knife. This is still not that big. You take a look at them, you could fit them both in the palm of your hand. This is not that much taller. But this guy, one-handed opening, you can kind of do it. And guess what? That forward choil makes this tiny knife feel much, much, much bigger than it is. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 fingers on here. The other one's just kind of hanging off the back. Super, super secure. Gonna hold it up here like this. You have that ramp with jimping on both sides, not to mention both on the blade and on the liner in there. So for a tiny knife, you're actually very, very secure. In this grip, in that grip. Want to do more detail, could even hold it up here like this, hold it like this. You could just do a lot with this guy, and I'm very impressed with him. Now, blade steel, this is going to be the cheapest of the bunch. 8CR13 MOV versus AUS 8, which I believe they're pretty comparable. This guy, though, very hard to open with one hand. Not as secure in a hand, but I'm not going to lie. It's not that not secure, so to say. It actually does feel pretty good. Which one would I carry as a 5th pocket carry between these two? I'm going to have to go with the Byrd Finch 2. He's probably a little bit thicker. Well, you're definitely getting more blade. This is 1.5 inches what they listed at, and this they list as 1.91, but cutting edge is probably going to be a lot less. Yeah, so just under 2, about that 1.91. Cutting edge, you're getting just over 1.5. Versus this guy, can we do one-handed without cutting ourselves? Come on. There we go. This guy, they say 1.5. And that's about 1.5. And cutting edge is closer, a little over 1.25. So you're getting more cutting area out of this one, both cutting edge and blade length. Overall, it is a longer knife as well. Spyderco, Byrd, when they have that forward choil, it just makes it extremely ergonomic in the hand, even with a knife of this caliber, this small. So we said this weighed 1.09. Let's just see out of curiosity what this guy weighs. Wait a minute, 1.02? Holy, that can't be right. He's lighter than this? Hold on. You know what? It might just be. Let's see, we're zeroed out. 1.09. 1.02. There you go. Like I said, you take off the pocket clip and the keyring on this, you might be just under an ounce. But come on, 1.02. I gotta say, I thought this guy would have been a lot heavier. Not a lot, but he would have been heavier than this guy. All right, just put away the scale real quick. That is pretty crazy because he's a lot thicker. Let's see, what's the best way to test this? Look at that. Oh, come on, alarm's going off. So, like I was trying to say, this guy is thicker, and you could just see it. He sits inside of it completely. You have full steel all the way around this one. Steel liners, which, are they milled? Wow, they are. There you go. You got milling on both sides. I gotta say, that is pretty impressive for Byrd. Might have to do a separate video just on this guy because I'm giving him a little bit too much praise even though it's about this guy. So, without going any longer, because this is getting pretty long for a very small knife over here, this is a unique little knife. I don't feel too secure opening it one-handed. It's more of a two-handed open. I'll tell you this much. Fifth pocket, I prefer this guy. Key, well, ain't putting this on a key. You could. But point is, if I had to choose fifth pocket, this guy, I'll keep him on the key ring. Then the fact that he's hard to open makes more sense because you don't want this latching onto something and opening up in your pocket. So as far as a keychain knife, this is a good one, especially for $17.95 for like 18 bucks. Then you want to spend a little bit more and get a nice fifth pocket carry that's super lightweight, it's small, just drops in there and disappears. But when you open it, you actually have a better grip than you would ever expect with a knife that looks this small. Then the Byrd Finch 2. So that's going to be it. My first impressions on the Boker Keycom. I think that's what it's called. And that's about it. If you're interested in more knife content, consider subscribing to the channel. Give it a like, comment below, let me know what you think about these knives, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.